morning and welcome back to Conversations and Cafecito with the MBTeam. My name is Jacob Garcia, and today I'm going to be speaking with the Superintendent of Schools for Harlingen School District, Dr. Alicia Noyola. Dr. Noyola, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Jacob. It's my pleasure.
Dr. Noyola, so first and foremost, congratulations on your new position.
Thank you so much. It's been an exciting time these last few months, but it's been a wonderful experience. So, in fact, yesterday I had a chance to visit with a number of our campuses and see a lot of our students in school. And so it's just such a rewarding time when we're able to do that and spend time with our little ones. So I'm over the moon. That time spent with kids is always an energizer.
Yeah, for sure. So how does it feel to be Harlingen School District's first Hispanic woman to serve as superintendent?
You know, I think at first I didn't realize it until somebody said, hey, but do you realize you're the first female Hispanic to be in this role? And so, you know, it really gave me some time to reflect because as I thought about it, just the awesomeness, not just of being the first female Hispanic, but really more so the awesomeness of the importance of my current success and, more importantly, future success to all of those that will come after me. When we do it right, because it's one thing to break a glass ceiling, but then it also has to be a positive experience, and it has to be something for future young ladies that have an interest in something like this, for it to be a positive and a successful experience. So it's an awesome responsibility, but I'm just so excited. I've had a number of opportunities to visit with kids. I had a personal experience that was really meaningful to me. So there was one day I was watching the inauguration, and the vice president spoke, and I was watching that with my niece. She's in fourth grade, and her little brother, he's a middle schooler. And so they were sitting next to me on the couch and, scoot over, they were having their little typical arguments. And so I turned to my nephew and I said, hey, you better watch out because she could be president one day. She's going to be telling you what to do. And so he said whatever he said, and his little sister, the fourth grader, said, yeah. And then she paused and she said, hey, wait a second. You mean there's never been a girl president or a girl vice president? And I said, yeah, this is actually the first time. And it didn't make sense to her. She gave me this look like, what are you talking about? How can that be? And so in that moment, I recognized, one, the awesomeness of being in this position, that young ladies can see the opportunities that are out there. But it also reinforced me in thinking, what a great thing that they see an oddness in that they see that kids that age aren't seeing that a female in a position like this, or even at the national level, is an impossibility. And so I thought that was an awesomeness. Had a conversation with our girls softball team. And we were talking about that, about a female Hispanic in this position, and they were so proud and they were clapping, and it was a great feeling for them to see the importance of it. But I also live for the day when it's not a need for celebration, that it is just a common piece of what we see our young ladies, our females, being able to accomplish and experience. So awesome responsibility, but I'm so super excited to be able to play a role model of some sort for our students in our district.
I'm glad that you brought up, having those conversations. What kind of, what's happening in those conversations? What kind of encouragement are you telling these young women in our community and schools to help empower themselves?
Sure. So I was having that conversation with our softball young ladies, and had a long conversation about the breaking of glass ceilings and not letting whatever obstacles come in there by them or along the way to deter them. Every obstacle was meant to be removed. It's just somebody has to be the first to remove it. And so talking about how they too are role models, even as young ladies playing sports and being in softball and so forth. Sometimes people don't see young ladies and females in various positions because nobody has done it, but somebody has to be the first. And I encouraged all of them, be the first. There is nothing wrong with leading the pack. That's what leading means. And so they were super excited. And it's one of the things that in Harlingen we encourage everybody, not just our administrators, but everybody from our student body to our adults, to be the leaders of tomorrow, to break those ceilings, to forge ahead, because they clear the path for those that come behind them. And so, we will continue to do that, not just for our young ladies, but all of our students. But I'm especially encouraged that our young ladies see the opportunities that lay ahead for them.
Yeah, for sure. I have a 3-year-old niece, and I know, like, for her, seeing the inauguration and seeing women in powerful positions is important, because it does. She's growing up knowing that there are no limits.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So more on the school district side. So Hcisd has, is it 6 specialty campuses?
Gosh, actually, I think we're up to 13.
13.
And just in various areas, right? So we started with 2 years ago, maybe about 10 years ago, we started with 2 with early college, high school, and our School of Health Professions. But we have evolved that to a number of fine arts academies, IB academies. We're starting our new early college, high school campus. So we have along the way been increasing those academies in the career area. We have apprenticeship academies for our students that have interest in career and technical pathways. So we've actually focused on how do we expand opportunities for students. And so that's what our academies focus on, giving students real life experiences in whatever they are choosing to pursue.
Yeah, that's awesome. I was reading up, so the most recent academy that's coming up is the Transition Academy, am I right?
Yes.
Okay, so what can you tell us about that one?
I am so super excited. We talk about providing opportunities for students, but we are talking about opportunities for all students. And so the Transition Academy is just an example of that. The Transition Academy focuses on our special needs students, in particular our students 18 to 22 years old, that at some point will transition from high school into life. And so how do we help our students maneuver that transition? And so our Transition Academy is actually built like a house, so that we take the opportunity to really provide our special needs students a true view of life, what a traditional house looks like, and how do I do all the things that I need to do to be able to sustain myself. We're going to be working with TSTC to identify some small career pathways that they too can sustain themselves through, possibly getting some certifications for themselves. So it's really trying to help our students navigate that transition from HCISD and high school into the real world. And so I'm super excited that Academy will, I think we're at about 75% completion. So we are hopeful that by the end of this semester, it will be ready to go so that our students in the fall will be able to spend time in there and really build on those skill sets that we've tried to teach them through their experience in high school.